Welcome to DC Music Rocks. The Washington, D.C. region has one of the best local music scenes in the country. We're shining a spotlight on its great songs and incredible people. Tune in, jam on, rock out. I'm your host, Brian Nelson Palmer, and with me today is Philip Bassnight of Broke Royals. Philip, say hi, man.
Hello, hello.
It is such a treat to have you here.
It's great to be here.
And if they haven't heard of Broke Royals, how would you describe yourself?
We are a premium rock and roll band.
Premium. Ooh. It sounds like that really good ice cream that you get on the, it's not just generic brand, but it's premium.
Oh, no, we're Jenny's. We're Jenny's ice cream.
And if you haven't had Jenny's, by the way, public service announcement, go try some Jenny's ice cream, because that's no joke. And if they haven't heard of you guys, what are three big name artists that you've been compared to if they haven't heard of you?
Yeah, The Killers, one, Coldplay sometimes, and U2.
Nice. Yeah. Oh man, that's like a combination of really fun. Ooh, that's good. And if you haven't heard Broke Royals, we're going to play you one of their songs and get to know them a little bit later, because the show's going to be a lot of fun today. On our show, we'll start with the news from the DC music scene. Then we have great music by DC artists. We'll play for you. And then we'll share also a very special interview with Philip here. So, two quick reminders as we get started. One, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the DC Music Rocks podcast. And if all of our thousands of followers found us almost entirely based on word of mouth. So if there's someone in your life who loves music, please take a moment to share us with them. I'm really honored and really appreciate you sharing us, because the word has gotten out entirely through that. So thanks for that. And the second thing is sign up for the email list. Every week we're finding and sharing all these events, this news, these guests, and all this great music. Let us email it to you so you don't have to go looking for it. So now let's jump into the news. First is, I'm happy to announce that our annual holiday playlist is back up and it's live. We collaborated with Listen Local First, which is another organization in DC that concentrates on DC's music scene, and we put together a fantastic 4-hour playlist for you to use. I've been rocking to it for the last week while I've been getting it set up and working with Chris Noem over at Listen Local First, and it's been awesome because I used to work in retail. And Philip, I don't know if you ever spent a lot of time in the holidays or in stores, or it's those, those Christmas songs that you've heard so many times. You know what I'm talking about?
I know them.
Yeah. So none of those. We don't have any of those on this playlist. It is all songs that are new or different, stuff you haven't heard, but it's all in celebration of the holidays. And it's all by artists from the DC region. So I've got the link in the episode notes. You can check that out. There's more than 4 hours of awesome festive music. So whether you're in a store, or you could play the music in a store, or in your holiday party, I hope you share the tunes with everybody, because it's a way to like feel good, but not the same stuff you've heard for years. Thank goodness. So, now next news updates is new releases. Remember, these are all available right now wherever you get your music, and in your episode notes, you can click the link to their name and it takes you to their profile, which has their iTunes and Spotify links, so you can go listen to the music. And of course, their website and Facebook are also listed there. So in the world of new music, and boy, there's like so much good music happening right now. I love it. Wilder released Ready to Break, which is an indie single. They're recommended if you like One Republic or Maroon 5. Check out Wilder. Eli Lev released One Road, which is an indie single. He's recommended if you like Tom Petty, Mumford & Sons, Johnny Cash, Ben Harper, The Lumineers. You might love Eli Lev. Check out One Road by him. Uptown Boys Choir released Get Help, which is a 8-song rock album. They're recommended if you like Death Cab for Cutie, Ryan Adams, Butch Walker. They are really unique sound, and I really enjoyed them. So check out their full album they released. Black Dog Prowl released Fine Lousy State, which is a 5-song hard rock metal, almost metal. Some of it's hard rock, some of it's metal. It's all over the map, and I really love that about them. It's not all the same kind of music. It's recommended if you like Soundgarden, Nirvana, Fu Manchu, Alice in Chains, or Foo Fighters. You might love Black Dog Prowl. Christos DC released Still Living Dub. It's an instrumental vibe, but it's a reggae dub vibe, and man, I enjoyed listening to that one. It was good while I was working yesterday. So Christos DC is that one. Wings Denied released Message in a Bottle. This is a hard rock metal cover of an old tune by The Police, if you recognize that name, Message in a Bottle. I just released that one. And then Mackenzie Fisher released Doors, which is an indie single. She's recommended if you like Birdie, Christina Perri, Nora Jones, Colby Calais, you might love Mackenzie Fisher. So I hope you check out those. Now, Philip, which one of those would be something like your speed that you would listen to on your own?
Well, it's a great list. There's so much good stuff on there. Wilder and Eli Lev. I've heard both of those tunes, and they are great.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
I've really been rocking to it. And we also have rocking is the wrong term because they're not really rock. They're more like indie and folky, and it's just delicious. I love it. And I've got a YouTube playlist for you. So if you want all of 2018's new releases are in one place. So if you want a YouTube for the music videos, I've got a playlist for that, and I've got a playlist for Spotify. So you can check those out there. Now, I also have so many music videos. So Black Masala released Trains and Moonlight Destinies. They're a gypsy funk brass band, and I really think you'll like this one. And see if you watch the video, the links in your episode notes, see if you can pick out all the places in DC that they filmed, because that one was fun to watch. Broke Royals, of course, released 2 music videos, actually, because we got Bad Chemicals, and then we also have
Christmas Cookie Blues.
Christmas Cookie Blues, which is whose house was that?
That was filmed at my parents' house.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like this adorable Christmas scene. I'm just imagining, but this is what Christmas is like on TV when you watch it in the movies. That's what you managed.
Exactly.
Whether you did that on purpose or not, you totally set the stage. That's what I was thinking as I was watching that thing.
I appreciate that. The part that was filmed was beautiful, meticulous, right? Everything was spotless, and then the other room was a complete disaster.
Threw
Piles
everything in
and
the other
piles.
room.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
absolutely. Oh God, it's good. So Broke Royals, we got Bad Chemicals. It's a pop rock video. And it's kind of a moving story about PTSD after coming back from the war, right? That's what I took away from it.
Yeah, we worked with Scott Hansen, who is a director out of Atlanta, and he actually had 2 actors who are also veterans act in the video, and we wanted to talk about AI and some of the treatments that are being tested for PTSD and that are coming down the road. So it was a pretty big topic, pretty weighty, but he came up with this whole narrative with us about a brother and a sister and coming back from war, and one of them gets this implant, and kind of how that all plays out. So, and he did a beautiful job. It's beautifully shot. It was actually filmed down in Tallulah Falls, where they did a lot of the scenes for Black Panther.
Nice.
Yeah, like when they're out on the hill, like defending Wakanda.
Oh yeah. You gotta, and if you haven't, so obviously now we've totally teased you, and you gotta go watch this music video because it's really good. And I've got the links right there in your episode notes. So click over there and watch the YouTube video. Double Motorcycle released Evil, which is they're a hard rock duo, and they got nice costumes in this, nice costumes and makeup in this. It's a high energy song. So I hope you check that one out. Dr. Robinson's Fiasco now goes by DRF, and they released Burnt Ends, which is kind of a gnarly techno pop track. And they've got 2 drum sets. That was fun to watch. Cool. Leo and Cygnus released Sometimes, which is a kind of a cool pop rock track. And it's a fun love story as well in this video. So you've got the link there. Jason Massey released Calm Me Down. Jason Massey, he's releasing a new album this week. One song came out already, and this is an awesome pop track off this upcoming album. And it's a cool story about the people who keep you straight. Calm Me Down. So it's a nice song. Check out that video. Prince George released Thunder in My Head, which is an electro pop track, and it's like they have a bathtub in various nature scenes. I'm watching it and I'm going, okay, that's weird. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, that's weird. No, I like it. It's kind of cool. I don't know.
How do you transport a bathtub?
I kind of want to, I'm curious because it looked like the same bathtub. So that must have been a heck of a job getting that thing around.
What a shoot.
So you're probably going to like that one. That's Prince George, and the track is Thunder in My Head. Tired All the Time released Only Exception. It's a rock track, and they have these 2 Middle Eastern looking people dancing and just killing it. So if you want to smile, I was laughing and smiling the whole time I watched the video. So Tired All the Time, Only Exception. And then Broke Royals, of course, we got their tracks. So you got 2 Broke Royals videos in here, and man, good stuff. So much good stuff. Now, I breezed through new releases, and I wanted to talk about, we glossed over it, but now talk about new releases for you guys. There's been a lot happening lately.
Sure. Yeah, it's been a busy fall. We have been working with Ben Green over at Ivacoda Studios in DC, and that's been great. And we did the vocals for our new song Bad Chemicals, which also had a B-side called Easier.
Yep.
And that came out in mid-October. And then just this Monday, we released Christmas Cookie Blues, which we also did the vocals for.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So November 26th, it's official.
Yeah.
Just in time for the holiday season.
Exactly.
Props to you. That was
Thank you.
nice. How far in advance did you do this?
That one we started working on in June, and we sort of have a split studio setup now where Colin records the drums, guitar, and bass in Virginia, and then we've been doing the vocals in Ivacota for maximum efficiency and just, you know, because we got a lot of stuff that we're working on, and
So now it's a whole production thing
whole
you got
production.
going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Very
Yeah.
good. And our last news update is shows. So right now in the episode notes for you in your episode notes, we've shared our top picks for the upcoming shows that are coming up. You'll also find links to our local music calendar. It's the only calendar showing you exclusively where DC's talent is playing around town. So do you have any shows on your calendar coming up this week? Add one. It makes a great date night out with friends and family, and it's the best place to make new friends, because at local shows, you end up seeing these people again and you make friends, which is really cool.
isn't that nice?
It is. It really is. In the world of Broke Royals, what's coming up as far as shows?
We have a 2-night concert event coming up at Jam and Java this December 28th and 29th.
2 nights?
2 nights.
No way.
Yeah.
Boy, same show? What?
Oh no, it's going to be, we're going to mix it up. You're
Okay.
definitely going to get a good experience. So if you come both nights, you will not be disappointed. And we've actually got a different lineup for each night. So the 28th,
awesome.
yeah, we've got Luke James Schaefer and Lefty, formerly known as Virginia Man. And the
Yeah.
29th, we have Reed Appleseed and Sub Radio.
Nice.
Joining us, yeah.
Oh my God. Both of those lineups are great. All right. So December 28th and 29th
Correct.
out at Jam and Java in Vienna.
Yep.
And if you haven't been out there, it's a really cool place. Like
Yeah.
parking is easy. There's wonderful things about it, even though it's a little further out, but you could also take the metro and catch a quick Uber. It's not hard to get out
Yep.
there either.
Not in that
That's-
Wolf Trap neighborhood, kind of.
That is it. Absolutely. All right. So now we've been talking. Let's jump into some music here. So first track of the day, I want to share this one with you. And this one's a little bit kind of like a Broke Royals vibe, but sort of, it's kind of close, but I wanted to play it for you, Philip, because this one, as I came across this artist, it's like, this one's kind of cool. And I think it goes really well with the vibe today. So
excited.
this is the artist RVSSLL. I'm going to call it Russell. This is Russell, and the track is Be Me.
DC Music Rocks. Great jams to hear by artists from here.
I won't let you bring clouds around. I'll keep on shining. Just let go of my worries and I'll keep on dancing through the sadness, dancing through the tears. Just lay back and groove it. Let the music come back.
is Russell, and the track is Be Me, and that's featuring Zaza Marie, and that's the single that he released. So the scoop on this guy is he's a DC guy. It turns out he's a cybersecurity consultant by day, but then he's also an avid soccer player and a huge Arsenal fan, and he lives in DC, and he's also a DJ. So what you heard is, I mean, him composing his original music. Of course, you can check him out. He's got live shows coming up, and I say live shows. He's going to be spinning, and he creates original music, but then he also is a talented DJ. So he's playing at some of the venues that you've definitely heard of around town, at like 930 Club, U Street Music Hall, and the Back Bar at 930 Club, I should say, and Decades Nightclub. And so he's been around as a DJ, but then also has this awesome original music. So I really enjoyed these original tracks that he has. There's more to his collection. I hope you check out more from Russell, because man, it's just good. I dug it. What did you think?
Yeah, I like that a lot. That is, it's just good, straight, deep house pop music, you know? It reminded me a lot of MK, the DJ.
Nice.
Just more easy listening. It's fun to dance to, fun to groove to, whatever you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. So, well, we've got you here. Philip, let me play your song, man, so we can introduce you to these guys. And my favorite way is to play the music. So right off, here's Broke Royals. And this is that song we were talking about, Bad Chemicals, where you said the music video was debuted on Billboard or something?
The music video, debuted on Billboard about a month ago. Yeah.
Very cool. So there's a music video, and here's the track so you can take a listen. This is Broke Royals, and the track is Bad Chemicals.
DC Music rocks.
Some days I've got bad chemicals, and I don't know how to face them. They say it's all gone clinical, and it's easy to erase them. They say I go under and lights go on, and when I come back they will all be gone, and I finally sleep like I haven't been, like I did back then.
There it is. That's Bad Chemicals, and that's by Broke Royals is the group. The name of this, it's a 2-song, I call it a single, I guess. It's like a B, there's a single, but there are 2 songs. And Bad Chemicals, and the other one on that one is called?
It's called Easier.
Easier. Nice. Okay, so that's them. And now there's a story with Bad Chemicals. What is Bad Chemicals about?
Sure. So Colin Cross, the drummer of Broke Royals, and I, we were both reading Homo Deus, the book by Yuval Noah Harari, about a year ago. Yeah.
Okay, and if they don't know what that book is?
Yeah, and that book is all about the future, technology, where it's going, and what to expect. And there's a lot of it deals with artificial intelligence, and it's really gripping. And I had this phrase before I was reading that book, some days I've got bad chemicals, that just, sometimes the phrases just kick around in your brain for a while and you don't know where they're going to go, but they've got something, right? I could tell there was something there.
Okay.
And I read this section of the book that talked about artificial intelligence being used to treat PTSD.
Interesting.
And so from this whole narrative just evolved in my mind pretty quickly, about, someone who undergoes that operation and, has PTSD treatment with artificial intelligence through a biochip, a microchip.
Smokes.
I know. And this stuff is like it's kind of coming pretty soon.
I was going to say, there's a lot of, there's talk of that. So it's, oh man. And if they want, the music video kind of tells this story too. So they haven't checked out the Bad Chemicals music video. You'll see that, a really good music video too. So
thank you very much.
It is, man, it's a treat to have you here. And now I'm dying to know, you have to tell me. So first of all, who makes up the band? Who is Broke Royals? Who's in there?
Sure. So, Philip, me.
Okay.
And, Colin Cross, we started the band about 4.5 years ago.
Nice.
We met at William and Mary when we were in school.
Oh, nice. All the William and Mary grads out there.
Exactly.
Here you go.
The
These
real
are your
Williamsburg.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The real Williamsburg. I feel like it's like the Real Housewives, but it's the real Williamsburg.
Oh, yes, very much so. But it's all in colonial garb.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, exactly. That just makes it that much more appropriate, right?
Exactly.
Because it's colonial garb.
So rich.
All right. So William and Mary, it started there.
We were both on the music programming board, so we both knew that we liked music. Colin built a studio and he said, "Hey, I'll give you some free demo time if you will help me do a little sampler to entice clients." And so I went over, recorded a few songs, and, he was like, these are good, but they could use a little fleshing out. They need a little bit of help. And, I quickly learned that he was going to be a great songwriting partner and counterpoint for me. And we just kind of hit it off and it worked. The chemistry was there and, we just kept going and we had enough songs that we're like, all right, well, let's release an EP. And then we realized, well, if we're going to release an EP, we probably need a name.
There you go.
We should probably be a band.
Yeah.
And so, it kind of started in a very unorthodox way. But it was very natural, very organic, and we had just graduated from William Mary, which is named after the King and Queen of England. And so we were Broke Royals.
Oh,
hence the name.
My God. And that was literally my next question was, how the heck did you Broke Royals? So you're broke because you just graduated from college.
Exactly.
And you went to William and Mary, which is the Royals.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. There were so many ways I could go. In my head, I was like, oh, maybe it's about the Royals baseball team. There's like so many ways that could have gone, but I like that one. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Very nice. And when they see you live, what's a live show of Broke Royals like?
Yeah. So as we evolved, we needed live members, and now they're playing on the records with us too. And that's Ben Wilson, Benji Boy on the guitar, and Timir Gore plays bass. So there's 4 of us live.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
there
a
you
full
go. And
rock
you're
and roll
always
set.
Every picture I've ever seen of you has either been a vest or a tie or both. Is that like a thing when you perform too?
Yeah, it was like we were kind of like, all right, well, what do we want to wear? We booked a show, and then we were like, how does this? What do we do? And then it was like 3, 2, 1, say what you want to wear. And we were both like vests and ties. And it was just like right on the same page, like out of a movie. So
that's funny.
It was just too easy.
Wow. Yeah. And this was when did it start? When did Broke Royals begin?
Yeah.
What
so
year?
our first release was May of 2014.
Okay.
It was actually kind of, started with a bang. We recorded the song, or we released a song About Time, and the name of the band's obviously Broke Royals, and we released it right around the time that there was a royal coup in Thailand, a military coup overthrowing the royal family.
Oh.
Somehow it caught on with them. I think the name especially really took off, and it kind of went viral over there.
Nice.
Unexpectedly. And so
That's hilarious. So you're looking at your Spotify analysis or your whatever your analysis on iTunes or wherever you're selling your
YouTube
music,
one,
and you're like, holy smokes, everybody's overseas.
Yeah. And we were getting all these comments that we were having to translate, and a lot of love, and it seemed that they interpreted it with their cause, and they really took it to heart, which was great. And that's what happens with music; you never know where it's going to go.
Seriously,
yeah. And so we started there, and then we started playing live shows about 6 months later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, the live shows. There you go. 2014.
Yeah.
Now, talk about you on the personal side. So outside of this whole Brooke Royals thing and this music thing, what are you like outside of that? What's life like for you?
Life is good.
You're such a positive person.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man. It's so good.
Just try to be a little ray of sunshine.
All the parents are just so proud right now. Like, yep,
Oh, my
he's our
parents,
little
yeah.
ray of sunshine. Yep, there he is. Oh God, that's funny. All right, and so, well, what do you get into? What else do you do?
So I am an instructor at the Apple Store. I'm a creative pro is my official title.
Creative. What does it mean to be a creative pro?
Yeah, so I get to work with music and photography, especially, and I teach instructional workshops, free workshops for people to come in and learn about GarageBand, Logic, and I was gonna say in the last year I've really found a love for photography. So you can often find me wandering the hills of Georgetown taking pictures.
Nice. Yeah. So you take pictures and then you know how to modify them and then you put them into videos and it's kind of awesome that you have this. It's like your creative outlet, but then it's also like a job and all the things together in one, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, everybody is an amateur photographer these days. So there's
so true.
Yeah. And it's, it's fun to be there and to kind of help people realize that. And if they don't think of themselves as such, but their cameras are so good that it's like, well, give it a try.
I was gonna say, you got an Apple camera, an iPhone camera.
Exactly.
You can take pretty darn good pictures. And then a little bit, a filter here and a little editing there and some cropping and holy smokes, it's beautiful. So
boom. You got a masterpiece.
God, that's cool. All right. Now, what's the funniest moment that comes to mind from your performing with Brooke Royals?
Funniest moment. Oh man. We performed at the Jersey Shore Festival.
Stop it.
We did.
Like the TV show Jersey Shore?
No.
Okay. So it's actually the place Jersey Shore.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay.
Same place. Very, mildly different vibe.
Mildly different. And you're trying to be so PC right now.
Exactly.
I really appreciate how politically correct you're being. All right.
And we spent the day on the boardwalk, which I'd never been to before, but it was fun. But as we were performing and getting ready to perform, there was a ramp with these two massive ramps for motocross guys to go off of and do flips and stuff. But the thing is, they weren't like over a net or anything. They were just like on concrete. And then there was like a little net at the end. And basically every like 5 minutes or whatever, when they would go around the track and then launch off these things, as we're performing, our hearts are like completely stopped. And our guitarist I don't blame him, but he could not help himself. He was just cackling. We're all like bated breath on stage, like, don't die.
Are they going to make it?
Are they going to make it?
we don't want to make the news in that way.
We don't want to be in the background.
That's not good.
Yeah. So that was terrifying, but fun.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What about biggest success moment for you that's happened with Brooke Royals?
The Billboard premiere was great.
Billboard premiere? What do you mean? If they don't know what that means, what does it mean to have a Billboard premiere?
So yeah, we had this song and then we had this music video and it all came together really well. And so we started pitching it to outlets to hopefully land like a premiere where it would debut. And Billboard magazine, which is obviously legendary and very much a part of the music scene, globally, agreed to premiere it for us. And that was recent for our music video Bad Chemicals, and it felt great. That was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you emailed them and they said, "Oh yeah, we'll do it."
Yeah, we work with a company that knows them, and so they hooked us up with Gary Graff, who's a writer over there, and then he did an interview with me, which was cool. And it kind of felt surreal, like, pinch yourself while you're doing it, like, hey, this is Billboard.
This is Billboard. Holy smokes.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
And now, a favorite question to ask is, if you could offer one piece of advice, what would it be? And take that in whatever context you want.
Sure. I think for me, this is advice for myself as much as anyone else. It's a lot of little things as you're building a music career. It's not one big thing, I find. And persistence and consistency is more than one flash in the pan moment. You can wish for like Taylor Swift or retweet you or whatever the fantasy is, I guess, right? But like that's going to shoot you to the top of the charts. But the reality is, like, if you just keep doing good work, it builds up, right? And it creates this mountain that you can stand on over time. But it's hard to think of that, to see that from the outside and zoom out while you're in it.
Yeah. What are some of the things that have happened that you're like, what comes to mind when you're saying this about yourself?
Sure. We were in a competition with Southwest Airlines as one of their bands on the rise that they tap from the country. And we got to perform on an airplane at 35,000 feet.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes.
Did they
indeed.
get clear out the seats? How do you do that?
No, this is the best part. It was a surprise to the passengers.
Stop it.
No.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
With instruments? Or did you just sing?
The captain was like, we have a special announcement. And then the crew was like, announcing live at 35 with Broke Royals. And there's like 300 people on the plane. And they're like, what? What is what? And,
oh my God.
And we got up and we played an acoustic set. It was amplified. But it was close quarters, like right up in the area where they make the announcements. And luckily we're a close band anyways, so it was okay. But we're like snuggled up there.
All four of you were up there?
All four of us.
Oh my God, that's wild.
And there's
man.
video footage of that. Yeah, so you can see
Holy
that.
Smokes.
Yeah.
That's wow. So if they live at 35 Broke Royals, if they Google that or something?
Live at 35 Broke Royals, Southwest Airlines. That was a lot of fun. And that felt like it's like, how could it ever get any better than that? And then it's like, you eventually the plane lands and plane lands.
Plan lanes. Yeah, absolutely.
Lands. Yeah.
This is good.
And life moves on, but it's like a lot of things like that, and then somebody will come up to you and be like, hey man, I saw you play on a plane. And you're like, that's crazy.
I did that. Yes.
Yeah, I did
and then
do
you
that.
saw
Yeah,
it and
I
you
forgot.
remember me. Holy smokes.
Right, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. And we were talking about it, I think last week before, we were talking about these days it's not about getting discovered in like this one magical moment. It's a whole lot of little moments. So
Totally.
Right on with what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, if they want to find out more about Broke Royals and all this cool stuff you have going on and new releases and stay in the loop with you guys, where do they go?
All the socials. We're at Broke Royals on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then BrokeRoyals.com is
Nice.
our website.
That's
so
where
it's
you find the
all well
details.
curated. Yeah.
Absolutely. Holy smokes. And December 28th and 29th
At Jam and Java.
at Jam and Java in Vienna, Virginia.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party.
It really, I mean, you got 2 nights, man.
I know.
I'm really intrigued about how you're going to pull off 2 nights in a row, because sometimes it's hard, getting people out. That's one thing. And then getting people you got 2 nights now. So it's kind of a cool thing. I can't wait to see how it goes, man.
We're just gonna buy a lot of
definitely
champagne, right? Have them sleep
Alcohol.
over the first night, right? Exactly. And then they'll just be there. It'll be a passive.
You'll be
right?
so hungover you can't leave,
Right.
and then you'll be there the second night.
Right, exactly.
Oh God, it's so good. All
I'm
right.
sure the venue will love that.
Very good. No, yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Right.
Well, now, one of the things when you're a guest on the show, you got to bring great music with you. And Philip definitely did. So when we were setting up the episode, he's like, hey, these are the songs I want to play. So let's play those now. What do you have for us first? What's today?
Well, one of the bands that's going to be with us at the Jam and Java shows is Luke James Schaefer. And the song is We're All a Little Crazy.
DC Music rocks. Tune in, jam on, rock out.
Do 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 da da ra da 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 do 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 da da ra da 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 da. Think about this, if I may paint you a picture with the words I say. We got our quirks and we got our ways, we got our hurts and we got our strengths. What's normal to me isn't normal to you. Just means that we got different points of view. Doesn't mean I'm wrong, doesn't mean I'm right. Looking at it from a different side. Do do da da. Ra-da-da-da-da. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Isn't that what makes us just a little bit the same? We're all in this together, one big human race. little crazy. We're all a little strange. Da-da, ra-da-da-da-da. Another thing that comes to mind is opposites attracting when you find that special one that steals your heart. You always tried so hard to guard. Isn't it those little things that loosen you up like too many drinks? The differences that come up could be the reason that you fall in love. It's normal to me, it's normal to you. Just means that we got different points of view. It doesn't mean I'm wrong, doesn't mean I'm right. Just looking at it in a different light. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Isn't that what makes us just a little bit the same? You know, we're all in this together, one big human race. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Different choices, different cares, different lives everywhere. Look around, smile and wave. We're all living on display. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Show some love, let's start a trend. There's broken lives you can't comprehend. Everyone could use a friend. Do 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 da 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 do 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 da da. Ra-da-da-da-da. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Isn't that what makes us just a little bit the same? You know, we're all in this together, one big human race. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Isn't that what makes us just a little bit the same? Yeah, we're all together, one big human race. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Yeah, we're all a little crazy, we're all a little strange. Do 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 da da, ra da da da.
There he is, Luke James Schaefer, and the track is We're All a Little Crazy. That's a single that he released. It's about mental health, actually, and he was actually a guest on the show, Bob, in the last month or so. If you go back and look in the archives or back through the previous episodes, you'll see the Luke James Schaefer episodes, so you can find out a lot more about him. But really love the vibe. If you like the Lumineers, Mumford & Sons, Zac Brown Band, I hope you check out more of his catalog online, because it just, it's such, clearly I'm a Luke James Schaefer fan. And so when you said you wanted to play Luke James Schaefer, it was like, yes, let's do that. That sounds good. Now, how do you talk about Luke James Schaefer?
Yeah, we were on a bill with him sometime in the last year, and I went out to get a beer. I think it was at Songbird, and just stood out there to watch him while he was playing, and I was blown away. And before I knew it, his whole set was done, because I was like, I just couldn't leave. He's just so good. And his band that he plays with is great too. And just one of those unexpected things. Didn't really know what I was getting into when I saw him, but I loved it. And and it's upbeat and catchy, and it seems like he does a lot of great work touring around campuses, especially talking about mental health. So he's a great musician. That's a great cause. So yeah. And we're excited to play with him at Jam and Java.
I was going to say Jam and Java on December 28th. Mm-hmm. That's the Luke James Schaefer night. And then he'll also be at Songbird on December 2nd. So you can check him out if you're in DC. You can check him out there as well coming up. So more from him, but ooh, man, that was good. Mm-hmm. Now, this next one you got for us, I had never heard of this artist, and I always love that when that happens. So what are we going to play next?
This is Boxes and Boxes by Reed Appleseed.
DC Music rocks.
snacks. Oh, but no one ever told them that death would be this hard. So I gotta break the cemetery, so I can hang with the hangers, correct? But they can barely keep their heads up on account of their broken necks. Oh, but no one ever told them that death would be this hard. So I've got to tie
There he is, Reed Appleseed, and the track is Boxes and Boxes, and that's off the self-titled album, Reed Appleseed. And what a chill, like, totally different from you guys, but at the same time, really chill and cool. He's a Bloomingdale guy, and they're mostly tied to Bloomingdale. Reed runs an open mic night at Boundary Stone, if you're in the DC scene and you know what that is. But if you like Mark DeMarco, the Beatles, Father John Misty, the Kinks, or Bob Dylan, check out more of Reed's catalog. And man, I really like the vibe. So thanks for bringing him in. Talk about Reed.
Yeah, I know Reed from the Boundary Stone open mic. And yeah, you're right. It's a different vibe from us, but at the root, we're both kind of like guitar rock or guitar pop,
Sure.
folk music.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit closer to that, but he's great. And so he kicks off every open mic with just a solo performance.
Nice.
And he's great. And so I've seen him perform so many times, like probably like 100 times at this point.
So because you're a regular at this,
I'm a regular
open mic
at
then.
this, yeah.
Now, do you play or do you just go to watch? Or
I usually go to play. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a great open mic. There's a great jam scene. It's very communal. A lot of times people will be looking for drummers or bassists or guitarists. So you can just show up and kind of jump on with anybody, even if you don't write your own music.
That's awesome.
Or if you don't, have any songs that you wanted to play particularly. So it's a great communal vibe, and Reed facilitates that. And, I'm very grateful that it exists, and it's a cool place to be a part of. So,
Yeah.
But and he's a great performer.
And if they haven't been to Boundary Stone, where is that?
It's on First and Rhode Island.
First in Rhode Island. Got it. So it's
Or Florida.
I got
now
you.
I'm
So we're
blanking.
talking Shaw neighborhood, and
Bloomingdale, yeah,
Bloomingdale, that kind of
area.
area. Yep. Okay,
Exactly.
got it. Wow.
Yeah.
Very good. Well,
cracking
shout out to
under the
Reed
pressure.
because so much good music coming from them. So I hope you check out more from Reed. We've got a profile for him with all these artists. Just like I said, if you scroll through the episode notes, there's a link for every artist, so you can check out their profile. Or if you go to our website in the DC Artist Database, all these guys are listed in there along with 400 plus others. So there's lots of good music for you to explore. Now, we've got one more song, but before we do, I want to take a moment and say thanks. Here's what I love, Philip. I love that it started as a college thing, and I love that you said Colin critiqued you or said, oh, this needs more, this could be something else. And instead of getting pissed off like some artists do and like, no, it's fine the way that it is, you ended up collaborating and then becoming a band. And now you got all these cool things happening and you're playing shows around town and touring around. And I love that your life goes on and you guys continue this thing and just keep it going, it's just really cool. So I love what you're doing. And thanks for coming and being on the show, man.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been a treat.
And one more time, if they want to find out more about Broke Royals, where do they go?
At Broke Royals on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and BrokeRoyals.com.
There you go. And listeners, I play drums for the DC rock band Fellowcraft. And since I am a DC musician, I consider it such a treat to share these guests like Philip and Broke Royals and this great music from right here in Washington, DC with you each week. Remember, we have resources for you too. On DCMusicRocks.com, you have access to our DC artist database of more than 400 artists from the DC region. So you can find more music that you'll love. And we have a calendar full of so many shows for you to go see every night of the week. There's so much good music happening in this town. So the bottom line is I want to say thanks. Thanks for following DC's music. Thanks for supporting DC's musicians. And most importantly, thanks for listening. Next week, we have Heather May, who, her body positive message is overpoweringly good. I can't wait to finally talk to this woman because I've been following her for years. So that's next week. Check out Heather May. Come back and check us out. Now, we got one more song, and this is Sub Radio. And they've been a guest on the show. I love Sub Radio. Talk about Sub Radio.
Yeah, I don't know them personally, really, but I can just talk about them as a fan. I'm just a fanboy.
I was going to say, so how did you become a fan? Where did you find them?
Yeah, I go see a lot of live music in DC and, look for things online. And most of it isn't pop rock like us, like Broke Royals. And so when I find a band like Sub Radio, who very much is, I love that. And I latch on. So yeah, I'm just a fan. They're on a lot of my Spotify playlists. And, for working out, all that stuff, they seem to have a really fun band energy too. And
they really do.
Yeah.
If you check out their profile, my favorite music video, they've put out a bunch of music videos, but their video for their song Caroline, they're all in this van driving around and then they keep changing outfits all throughout the video. And I'm a huge Sub Radio fan too.
I love it.
And they put out a Christmas album too, by the way. So if you check out that Spotify playlist I was just talking about with 4 hours of Christmas music, or I shouldn't even say Christmas. It's holiday. There's a few Hanukkah songs in there. It's a totally holiday vibe, but you've got Broke Royals is in there with the Christmas cookie time.
Oh, I love that.
And then we've also have Sub Radio in there along with so many other artists. But I'm stuttering because I'm just so darn excited about Sub Radio. It's such a good thing.
They get us all riled up.
That's it. And and of course they're going to be playing with you at Jam and Java, right?
Indeed. Yeah.
So you've been a fanboy and then you reached out and you're like, we're playing this show. Do you guys want to be on it?
Yeah.
And never met him before, just called him?
I don't think I've ever met him before. Yeah, but we connected via email and they were really enthusiastic from the jump. And so it's been awesome.
That is amazing. So, and that day that's December 20. You've got 2 shows. Which night is the Sub Radio night?
They're Saturday the 29th.
Saturday the 29th is Sub Radio. And that,
Java.
That's going to be, it's going to be such a good night. So, all right. Well, now let's quit teasing them and play them the song. What do you say? What is this one? We'll bring it home.
This one is Flashback.
DC Music rocks.
Last night we danced until our feet got blisters. I rocked back up top, what you got for me, sister? You held my hand so sweet and casually. I'd never gone from stop to start so quickly. And our bodies shake like ooh, ooh, ooh. Electrical waves like ooh, ooh, ooh. We're gonna do it all again. Gonna sell myself, gonna show my skin. Woo-hoo, it's gonna be alright. We're gonna do it all again. Gonna sell myself, gonna show my skin. And we're gonna be alright. We're flashing neon animals tonight. Flashback, 11th Street with the time in the world. Put our war paint on, sing a fighting song. Think of something to say like ooh, ooh, electrical waves like ooh, ooh. We're gonna do it all again. Gonna sell myself, gonna show my skin. Woo-hoo, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna do it all again. Gonna sell myself, gonna show my skin. And we're gonna be alright with flashing neon animals tonight. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I worship at my own feet, baby. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I worship at my own feet, baby. We're gonna do it all again. Gonna sell myself, gonna show my skin. Woo-hoo, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna do it all again. Gonna sell myself, gonna show my skin. And we're gonna be alright with flashing neon animals tonight.
Thank you so much for listening to DC Music Rocks. Useful links and information about this episode can be found on the website dcmusicrocks.com. Tune in, jam on, rock out.